Jeff Hull for a look at the M&A environment and what it could look like under Donald Trump. You expect a couple of things. One, a lot more M&A, and you think investors need to be careful when they make quick judgments on the prices or the valuations that may emerge in M&A deals.
Yeah, I think Trump's going to obviously, as he stated, he's going to keep cutting regulations like crazy. He's going to make a better business environment, hopefully reduce taxes, take away a lot of those red tape and things that prevent companies from merging or an acquisition of each other. So he's going to kind of lay the playing field out easier. But the big thing, I'll probably give a fictitious example here as a great example what investors need to look for. I call it beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So let's say there's a small regional orange juice provider out of Florida, family owned, and one day they decide to sell it. Even though it's successful, it's beating, say, Pepsi's Tropicana, Coke's Minute Maid orange juice. It's the #1 favorite of all Floridians. But they decide they're going to sell the firm, and on the street, not just our street, but the street, let's say the company's worth about $100 million, everybody decides. And then out of nowhere, someone like a Walmart comes along and pays $1 billion. And people are up in arms going, Walmart was nuts paying that enormous valuation. But while everyone's looking at it as just a regional orange juice producer, perhaps people may not know, and again, it's a fictitious example, that Walmart recently bought a bunch of orange orchards and lemon orchards. And what they're going to do is take this beautiful new facility they have for this family-owned business with extra capacity to produce, now do lemonade, roll out extra orange juice, and now Walmart, because they already have the retail, can roll it out to the other 49 states. So now it's a national orange juice chain. So for Walmart, it made a lot of sense to overpay because they had all the facilities, locations, everything that Walmart wanted to take it to a whole other level that other people aren't seeing, hence beauty in the eye of the beholder.
And you've got a real-world example from Mark Zuckerberg, his purchase of Instagram. We were talking about it just in the break. Some of the numbers here are remarkable in hindsight.
Oh, absolutely. So in 2012, Mark Zuckerberg paid, on Valentine's Day, $1 billion for this little tiny app that had less than 20 million users and less than 25 employees called Instagram. People thought he was nuts overpaying for this little app with so few users, making no money at all, and people thought it was nuts. But again, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. What Zuckerberg saw was a way to use this app to blend it in, tuck it into Facebook at the time, now called Meta, and they had that ability to make it just grow it into something much more incredible worldwide. So the valuation given to Instagram inside of Meta back in April of last year was $500 billion. 2012, he paid just $1 billion for it because he had the foresight to see what other people couldn't see.
So to circle back to your first thoughts in this chat, if we do get an accelerated M&A environment because of less regulations in the United States, do you see prices being paid rising as companies see opportunities? Yeah,
because if they have this opportunity to get their dance partners and they don't want other people, it's that fear of missing out. They may want to offer a little more money as a sweetener to grab a company. And if it's public, it might be a lot bigger of a sweetener, but it's going to be interesting to see the jockeying for position that's happening. But again, Trump's in there, and of course Elon Musk with the samurai sword, clearing regulations and just opening it up for more opportunities. So we'll have to see if anybody will take advantage of that. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Are there sectors of the U.S. stock market, do you think, that will be particularly characterized by M&A?
Yeah, it would be tech, and especially as everyone leans into AI, there's all kinds of smaller businesses out there that would be very, very interesting. But there's still antitrust and things that will be there for large companies trying to get too much power. But overall, the cutting of the regulations will kind of open up for everybody to participate and open up those opportunities.